Welcome to Cultura Latina. Today we're going to Peru for a glimpse into a very colorful and traditional type of dance. And also we're going to Honduras where the art of torch making is gaining popularity. Come see. The Peruvian scissors dance is a tradition that dates back before the Incan times and still remains in the coast of Peru as a very important and alive tradition in the Quechua culture. Take a look. The Peruvian scissors dance is an ancient tradition that dates back before the Incan Empire, but remains alive through its centuries of evolution.
According to our beliefs, the dance originates long before the Incas. Back in the day, dancers were also healers, priests, teachers, who would walk from town to town healing, and they would heal through dancing. Even nowadays, the dancers do rituals to improve aspects of life. They had their gods they would worship, the Andean gods, the mountains, the Apus Humanis. That is the origin of the scissor dancers.
With colonization, the Spanish tried to ban the scissors dance tradition, and the dancers started to become known as Supaiva Wawan, or Sons of the Devil in the Quechua language.
Since the Spaniards had their religion, they prohibited the dance. Many times they persecuted or killed the performers, which is why many dancers escaped to distant mountains.
Performing the movements of the dance with scissors in their hands, it is a key part of the tradition. It is believed that there was a tool in pre-Incan times similar to scissors, which was used by the healers for spiritual purposes.
Scissors are a means of communication between humans and the Andean gods. When the scissors make noise, all the ills of the world disappear, because the dancers, who were healers and wise men, were on their way. In the past, dancers were respected. The sound of the scissors would reverberate in the towns. You could hear them from far away. Townspeople would listen to the scissors in the distance, and they would have a joyous celebration as the dancers would arrive. It was emotional for them. In the world of scissors dancing, they know me as Rey Chichi, the Quechua words for rain god. The teachers would name their disciples mostly in the competitions, or they would baptize them in the name according to the place where they were born, or according to their clothes, or their style of dancing.
I've been dancing for 11 years. My artist name is Nina Huadi. When translated, means wind of fire. They gave me that name because I dance faster and with more flexibility, and fire because when I dance, when I get hot, I turn red.
The ritual is also a contest with a series of trials in which dancers have to come up with new moves to outcompete their companions. For this reason, the dance continues to evolve.
In a competition that takes place mostly in the mountains, people dance for 3 or 4 hours. The one that dances best and endures for the longest becomes the winner. They dance in sequences, music, rehearsals, until the end when they reach the challenge or test.
In a competition, the moves are invented by each person because they have to have their own, and with practice, you are able to do all the acrobatics. When you're practicing, you come up with the moves that go with the rhythm of the music. I've been in many competitions in saints celebrations, Christmas, and New Year's. You have the hardest competitions then.
The UN has recognized scissor dancers as a cultural patrimony of humanity. Performers often travel to represent Peru in cultural events around the world. In the last month in Honduras, people have gone to the streets to protest against corruption, creating a growing trend of homemade torches with diverse materials. Join us. Hundreds of night demonstrations have brought thousands of Hondurans out to the streets with their torches. The protesters are not only demanding an end to corruption, but justice for those who have stolen from the public purse. Recent investigations have found that many from the ruling National Party were involved in the embezzlement of the Social Security Institute for more than $350 million. The government has claimed that the torches are being smuggled in, but Ricardo Rivas, a retired teacher and carpenter, points out the real reason why there are so many torches at the demonstrations.
Lately, seeing the demonstrations of people against the government, I thought of making my own torches with glass bottles of baby food and bamboo. That is a disposable material. Also, using food cans. We cut the bamboo just like the torches they sell, and you can see that they are just the same, and they work well. Look at it. It doesn't have nothing to envy to the other ones. We just have to put the kerosene fuel and it'll be ready to use. I can help anyone if they bring me the material.
A month ago, various checks from fake companies that were used for the robbery of the public funds sent to the ruling National Party were presented. These checks supposedly were used in the political campaign of current President Juan Hernandez in 2013. These revelations produced a social movement known as the Torches Demonstration. It is known as this because thousands will go out at night to protest with torches, remembering those who were not able to get medicines or be seen by a doctor. The torches are the symbol of movement that gets people together from different professions and classes, demanding the end to corruption. And it is a movement made up of many young people who are learning to get together to put pressure on the government.
In my case, I have been looking in several places and I haven't found torches. They run out or they don't want to sell more. There's too many people and there were not enough for the numbers that go to the protests and want a torch. People are tired of the corruption in the country. They are tired of the embezzlement of the Social Security Institute and of everything that happens here, of crime.
People are the real icons. We are young people that have been in the streets since before the coup, protesting against injustice and against this system, and the torches have come to add up. We are the people and we represent this struggle against corruption.
Initially, the demonstration of the torches were all but ignored, but Hondurans' indignation has increased, and now powerful businessmen have been called to trial as well as the National Congress Vice President for her possible participation in the robbery of public funds. The movement is demanding the immediate resignation of President Juan Hernandez.
The Honduran people identify with this movement with a feeling of indignation and the decision of not continuing to tolerate corruption or impunity that has always ruled this country's history, and that grew during the 2009 military coup d'etat. The people don't want to stay at home, they want to be part of the demonstrations, and they want to go out identified with that symbol of turning on a flame in the memory of the people that died because of the corruption and theft of our Social Security Institute. But they also want to light up that flame as a symbol of optimism, of hope that we're going to get to the goal of taking out the one that has illegally usurped the presidency of our country.
Every weekend, thousands will go out in the streets of Honduras' different cities, and they won't stop until they defeat corruption and those who promote it. The homemade torches are now also a part of this movement.
We have the wicks that are used in small stoves, fuel stoves. They are useful for more things, and in this case it can be used for the torches. We cut them because they are very long. We put it inside, it's very simple, we just have to be patient. We open here and we put some sticks here that we found in the streets or in the house. We are going to put with tape. This is very simple and fast and works well. Now we have the torch.
Thanks for watching. Next week we'll be back with another amazing taste on Latin American culture. See you then.